$115 million to do the last season of Seinfeld, the season that he never did, and he turned it down. And like as much as Jimmy Kimmel is successful, he just doesn't have that kind of nobody in the world of broadcasting has those cojones anymore. Seinfeld came along at a unique time, and I get it. Showing a rerun isn't like the best way to pay tribute to Letterman, and he in a sense Kimmel backed down, but he kind of sort of had to. Speaking of these folks, that's one of the things I love about comedians in cars getting coffee. It's just a conversation that you wish you were a part of. I think that's so cool. But one of the nicest compliments that this show has ever received is, like, I hear from people all the time over Twitter or Facebook or just, people that send me emails saying, like, man, one day I just want to hang out with you and Funkhauser. And to me, that's the best.
We hang out every day. Like, what, you want to be in the room with us? We smell funny sometimes.
Funkhauser and me are never in the same room anyway because we do this, through the magic of Doodly-doo. Exactly. But, to me, that's, the best compliment that we can get as broadcasters. People go, I just want to, sit, have coffee with you, shoot the S. That, to me, says that we are doing our jobs. Anyways, let's finish up with the news. What else is going on?
Well, where did I leave off here? According to a survey,
why do we sound like we're in a
I thought we were just
cafe?
having coffee together,
right.
talking about late night TV.
Yeah.
Some guy playing the sax in the corner. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a good sax player.
A lot of sounds from the kitchen back there.
And wait, I am.
Yeah. Let me do that too. Drinking coffee.
Drinking coffee. I am rocking the Bubba thermos mug, which holds one pot of coffee. I go through 2 of these a day.
Got a truck driver big gulp guy going on there. Two-hander.
Yeah, no, it is a two-hander. I can't really, I worry when I put it in the cup holder.
Excuse me, have you seen my trash barrel full of coffee? You can't find it. Oh, there it is.
Every single morning when I pour my morning coffee, it's like, okay, you're going to want to pull the mug around back. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
All right.
And then you forget it one day, and then all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Oh, God. Or worse, when coffee lies to you when it doesn't work, when there's not enough coffee in the world, when you skip that I'm alive thing and go straight to I feel kind of burnt and edgy and with a stomach ache, and I'm probably going to have to poop during the middle of my shift. Yeah, it's no good. What else?
Presidential candidate Bernie Sanders says he's confident he can beat Hillary Clinton.
Well, that's good because at least now we know that he's out of touch with reality enough to be a president. Go on.
A baby kangaroo at a Washington zoo, which is also known as a Joey, was stolen from its mother's pouch.
Oh, it's terrible. Animal lovers must be hopping mad. Actually, it really is terrible. A baby kangaroo that's taken away from its mother will die. They need the pouch. They need sustenance. They need nourishment. So it's definitely not cool. I hope they manage to reunite the Joey with its mom in the not too distant future. What else?
Just thinking about needing a pouch. I think that's a Maryland woman was arrested after she put her dead foot skin shavings in the milk of 2 family members.
Oh, God. Yeah, I actually heard about this story. It made me never want to eat food that I hadn't prepared myself ever again. I love restaurants, but unless I saw it being made, I'm not interested. This Maryland woman, she was arrested after she put her dead foot skin shavings in the milk of 2 family members. I would stay away from her fillet of soul. And on that note, let's go to, let's say we're done with the news and talk about the minimum wage because we only have a few minutes left. So this is an interesting one. It's like we were talking about earlier in the show. The minimum wage, that's a loaded issue. On the one hand, you have companies like Walmart that consciously factor in American tax dollars, your blood, sweat, and tears, into their billion-dollar profit margins. How? They knowingly pay their full-time employees little enough to where they're eligible for government assistance. They know that people are so desperate to work, they'll stay in a job where they're not making enough to get by because, they can go and they can apply for EBT cards and they can apply for housing assistance and things of that nature while working a full-time job at Walmart. And that's disgusting and that's criminal, and how they got away with this kind of crony capitalism is quite beyond me. That is deplorable, and people like Walmart should be forced to pay people enough to live on. Where it all gets sticky is, well, where it all gets sticky is the mom and pop business. The people that don't have the billion-dollar profit margins, the people that are just trying to live in this America, this land of possibility, and now can't because of big government interference. There's a San Francisco comic book store. And, this place is called Comics Experience. The owner, Brian Hibbs, says he's been hearing from a lot of customers who say, I voted for the minimum wage increase. I didn't realize it would affect you. San Francisco's Proposition J, which 77% of voters approved in November. 77% of voters approved it in November in San Francisco. Proposition J will raise the minimum wage in the city to $15 by 2018. As of May 1st, Hibbs is required by law to pay his employees at Comics Experience and its sister store, Comics Experience Outpost, $12.25 an hour. That's the first of 4 incremental raises that threaten to put hundreds of stores out of business. Hibbs has gone on the record saying that the $15 an hour minimum wage will require a staggering, get this, $80,000 in extra revenue annually to cover the costs of his labor. And look, if he had to increase to $12.25 an hour, I'm guessing he was probably paying people $10 an hour. And, well, you're working at a comic book store, and the job pays $10 an hour when you take it. You're doing something that is, unique. You're working with comic books. And a lot of people I know that love things like comic books, love things like radio, are willing to take zero pay because they know they have to start somewhere and they want to work in an industry that they're passionate about. So $10 an hour to work at a comic book store, something that his employees have already accepted, is an interesting one. And then out of the blue, he has to produce $80,000 in extra revenue. When you're a comic book store going, hey, I'm going to need to make $80,000 extra dollars a year. Oof. Just 2 stores, $80,000 in extra revenue off of a business like comic books? To cover labor costs. He already runs a lean operation, tight margins, open 10 hours a day, usually just 1 employee at the store each shift. It's not viable to cut hours because his slowest hours are in the middle of the day, and he can't raise prices because comic books and graphic novels have their retail prices printed on the cover. And he asks, why can't 2 consenting people make arrangements for less than X dollars per hour? And why not, indeed? That's the other side of the story a lot of people haven't considered.
Feel like it's cool to turn the other cheek and give people the benefit of the doubt even when they don't deserve it.